Hello again. It's been a while since I've posted, so I figured I would start with another boss guide. Today, if you people have played Dark Souls 3, you know exactly which boss I'm going to be showing you how to beat. That's right, it is Darkeater Midir, the gigantic dragon in the Ringed City DLC of Dark Souls 3. You've killed him on a bridge, you've avoided him in a big walkway thing, but now you have to fight him. Saying this as if you don't already know it, because the game's like 8 years old. But if you are doing Shira's quest, you can summon her for the fight. I'm pretty sure it's required. Otherwise, you can just go on ahead. But now, build details. I'm using the full lap set, as it's the only armor that I can, like, well, it used to be. I got the Havels plus 3 recently, so I can actually wear way heavier stuff, but I already put it in the storage box and can't be bothered to get it out. Using the full lap set in terms of armor, I have Havel's Ring plus 3, as I just said. Have the Ring of Favor. I couldn't be bothered to get the one in the Dreg Heap that is plus 3, but I will definitely go back to get that before Gale. The Ring of Steel Protection plus 3. Just a no-brainer, always had that on. And because I'm super greedy, Covetous Silver Serpent plus 3. Then, for weapons, I have the Dragon Slayer Great Axe plus 5. Because, well, lightning and dragon slaying, and Midir is a dragon, so, and he's on water, so, makes sense. Then I have Simple Castus to regen the skill, or the regen the FP that I use in the skill Falling Bolt, slowly as the fight goes on. But without further ado, and I just use Castus because they're like the lightest weapon that I can apply that to. Anyway, without further ado, let's go. I'm going to be showing you move by move how to survive Midir. So first things first, you're going to want to get up in his face. Roll once, and stand still. Now you're going to want to close distance again. This is his laser attack. Just in case you'll want to roll on the second sweep, because I have gotten my head clipped by it before. This one you're going to want to run away from Midir. As you can see, the fire has a pretty, deceptively large range. It's boss swipes, so you just got to learn the timings for it. There's nothing more to it. 1, 2, 1, 2. He doesn't have a very complicated moveset if you really think about it, but it can be a bit much for newer players and people who haven't seen him before, certainly. Also, that laser probably one-shots just about anybody. 1, 2, fire. Now, if you're not comfortable dodging left through that fire there, I would suggest getting a high fire absorption shield like Dragon Crest or the Black Knight shield. Because that fire is pretty tricky to dodge. As you can see, if you just like walk backwards for that attack, you can't dodge a whole lot of it. Boss wipes aren't all that hard to dodge, but again, I've fought Midir a couple times, so I really know his moves. Once again, dodge once. Now I'm going to have to actually dodge the tail swipe. So you got a pretty good rundown of his phase 1 attacks. So I'm gonna just start trying to push him into phase 2. Oops. That was not a good trick. Oh, then there's this attack, where you'll want to try and run that direction so you can get underneath him while he's flying. But if you can't, again, high fire absorption shield also works. I was probably good on one roll, but I rolled the second time just in case. But yeah, now that you're probably good on his phase 1 moves, I'm going to move on. Put them in phase 2. Sorry, I had to get a thumbnail, but that's fine. Now we're in phase 2. Phase 2, Midir becomes a little bit more aggressive, but he keeps a lot of the same moves that he had in phase 1. Same dodge for that. However, this time you're going to want to follow him, because he does it twice. Try and let you see all of his moves in phase 2 as well, because he has a few. There's one that's pretty tricky to trigger, so, because I mean, if you play close, he'll never do it. Looks like it's time for his super move, as I like to call it. Which I call laser, because laser. So what you want to do, run to his back left foot here, then run to the head when he does that. Then, if you've done enough damage to the head, you can get the critical hit to do massive damage to Midir. Then there's this move, where he calls forth a bunch of humanities, and the simple way to dodge this move is dodge to the side, or run to the side, sorry. And I just learned this now. Evidently that move, that his shark attack, can also be dodged by simply running to the side. Isn't that cool? Let's see, will he do the move that I'm trying to get him to do if I stay super far back? No, he's doing a laser again. This is interesting. That was a bad dodge on my part. I never actually get that far away from him when I did the laser. I'm trying to get him to do the long-range humanity attack, though, because he does have one. Because this one brings him up from the ground and makes him launch at you at like a horizontal angle. But he has one where he like... Yeah, let's see if he'll do it. Or if he'll breathe fire. Do the humanity. Okay, check a blast. It's fine, I might get hit again. You know, I should just keep my mouth shut. I'll hit him one more time. But obviously, evidently, the other humanity move that he does have won't be an issue if you stay close, and block line won't even be an issue if you get far away. But with that in mind, I'm just going to end this fight now, because this has gone on long enough. Probably shouldn't have done that, but, you know, it was fun. And there you go. That is how you defeat Darkeater Midir. Again, you probably shouldn't play around like I did, but because as you saw, at least twice, I very well could have died. But I didn't, and that's all that really matters, isn't it? I mean, it's not, but yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Well, I want to thank you for watching, because if you've made it all the way through here, now you too should know how to beat Darkeater Midir. The trick, of course, is not the weapon or the build, really. It's just learning where you have to be and what you have to do for every single attack. And of course, just basically it takes a little bit of bashing your head against a brick wall, especially if it's your first time playing. But eventually you will defeat him, and you will probably, or there's no probably to it, if you fight him multiple times, you will get to where you can beat him and play around like I just did. And what's funny is I think I've only fought him like 5 times. So it doesn't take very long. He's really not that bad once you get to know like his moves and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to cut that off here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in my next post. Bye-bye.